What exactly do you think is at the root of the sudden turn of events as far as security is concerned in Anambra State? Because, I mean, the light of the nation has always been known to be, to a large extent, a peaceful state. If you can diagnose exactly what the root cause is, can you tell us exactly what would be the low-hanging fruits if you become governor in tackling security against the wider, picture in the country?
Thank you very much, and thank you for that acknowledgement that Anambra has, up until the last few months, remained about the safest state in Nigeria. And the governor has been decorated with awards and so on about being the safest state in Nigeria, and thank you very much. The insecurity in Anambra is a recent phenomenon, very recent. And I think my brother on the right-hand side, I'm sure when he responds, he might be able to tell a little more about part of the reasons why that is happening. But Anambra has remained largely a safe haven. Businesses booming, real estate booming, hospitality industries, and so on and so forth. And recently, it is a challenge, and the governor, as the chief security officer, has risen up to the challenge. And by the way, you know that all the security agencies happen to be within the purview of the federal government. But we've got an architecture, a security architecture, in which the federal forces have been working in tandem, in collaboration with the local. We passed the Anambra Vigilante Act, in which you also have the local collaborating with them. And in terms of how we go forward, I see three buckets. The first bucket is really the formal the local security architecture. The intelligence gathering, the equipment, the military, the police, the DSS, and so on and so forth, and then the local vigilante and what that has to happen. And they're all fully undone. The next bucket is a dialogue and harmony. A dialogue and reaching some harmonious agreement with the non-state actors. The non-state actors. We will elaborate when we probably come around to your second round of questions. And then, of course, the third bucket in dealing with it is what we have encapsulated in our manifesto. Prosperity, jobs, and opportunities for our youths. I can take on, since you have just 2-3 minutes to talk on this, but I want to say that part of the recent upsurge in insecurity in Anambra is politically motivated. There are some people who think that they gain political advantage by creating a sense of fear and insecurity so that you have voter suppression. That is what we are gathering. When Valentine talked about intelligence gathering, that intelligence is everywhere. And I want to say that probably after the election, I'm satisfied that they are deploying about 34,000 policemen and with all the soldiers. Let's put it on record. First of all, you say you engage. You only engage when you want to run for an election. And after an election, you go on voicemail. You never engaged. Never spoke to anybody. This is the one, and I will talk about it, who has engaged in and out of season. You were in Senate for 8 years, not one word about the IPOB and the agitations in the Southeast. You were only engaging when you want to run. Insecurity in Anambra started with a PDP government and orchestrated by my brother on my right hand, kidnapping a sitting governor. It was a PDP legacy in Anambra. The PDP legacy in Anambra of burning down Anambra State. The violence, kidnapping, and so on and so forth on this state was started by PDP. When my brother on the right-hand side was at the engine room stoking up all the fires. So we know that. That's fact, number one. Two, is that I'm surprised, Valentine, that you wouldn't have the basic numbers coming onto this debate. And you're saying, things are in the economy. Let me tell you, for the records, Anambra State has the lowest unemployment of any state in Nigeria at 13%. National Bureau of Statistics, not Anambra State numbers. Anambra State has poverty rate declined from 53% under Peter Obi to 14.78 as at last year, National Bureau of Statistics. Not our own numbers. Anambra State has the lowest underemployment rate at 17% of any state in Nigeria, National Bureau of Statistics. So when you want to say, and then, sir, Val, it is Governor Willie Obiano's government that passed the Anambra Vigilante Act. No, wait. That's just been done with the governor, with the traditional rulers as the chief security officers. Peter Obi, by the way, implemented the APGA manifesto and did well because he referenced Peter Obi. Peter Obi relatively did well. He did the roles as an APGA governor, implementing APGA manifesto. Obiano has taken it to the next level. Not only did about 17 bridges, did some roads, and built us an international airport. There is the road challenge that needs to be fixed. I admit that. I've gone around through almost all the villages in Anambra, from Olumbanasa to Werizukala to Obaru, and all the communities, go to Oka North and so on. Anambra, there is a road challenge. And when I become governor, now continuing from where Obiano stopped, we're going to declare a state of emergency on roads. So that's no question. That's taken off for it. And my manifesto has elaborated on this.